Hello, 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 everybody. So glad that you're here tonight. I'm so super excited. So come on in. We're going to give everybody some time to get in. Let us know that you're here as you're plugging into our Facebook Live tonight. Please do me a big favor and tell me where you are joining us from. So I'm so super excited that you've taken the time out of your busy schedule to come on and be a part of the Facebook Live tonight. So let us know where you're from. Ashley's here. Ashley's saying from Brooklyn. So come on in, type it in. Some of the people we're going to see right here on StreamYard. However, if you're on the Facebook page, please go ahead and type in and let us know where you're from. Someone says Facebook user. Y'all make sure that you put your name, because when I'm on StreamYard, unless you give permission to StreamYard, then I don't actually see your name. And so you'll have to tell me who your name is. So come in. Good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome home. I am so super excited to welcome my special guest tonight, Moshay. So let me tell you a little bit about Moshay. Moshay and I, hey, Victoria from Delaware. um, Moshay and I met a few years ago on Lisa's campus, Lisa Nichols' campus. And she's such a beautiful person, such a beautiful spirit. And what I love about Moshay is that she's soft spoken, and that whatever she puts her mind to do, she does it. She's so committed to her life and how she lives, and she's so committed to her belief, and just committed. And I absolutely love that about her. So I'm honored that she would even take the time to come on. And as you guys know, whenever I find something that's good for me and works for me, I like to let my community, my people, I like to let you guys know. And so Moshay, y'all, is the CEO of Mother of Earth. And she has developed a product that is second to none. And when I tell you it works, it works. And so I wanted to invite her on tonight for her to share exactly what her product is and the benefits of her product. And before she gets started, I just want to tell you a little testimonial. We've got people saying, hey, Alicia's joining us from San Diego. Someone else is saying, hey, Moshay. Alicia said, yes, it's like magic. It's phenomenal. It really is. These are people who have used the product. So when I first got the product, I thought, oh, it's felt so good on my skin. And I honestly bought the product because I'm always looking for things that's really good on my skin, makes my skin feel soft, especially during the winter time, when our skin, at least my skin, let me speak for myself, just really gets really dry. And so, I invested in the product, and little did I really know how much it really worked. But before I go on about that, give a shout out to everybody that's coming in from Delaware, y'all. Everybody, Delaware, San Diego, wherever you are. Shout out to you, New York. Thank y'all so much. Texas, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, getting back to my story. So I bought the product and I said, okay, I bought a few bottles, honestly. And I decided to share it with my son, because my son all of a sudden had extremely dry skin, really bad eczema. He'd never had it before, and it was really bad. And he went to the doctor gave him some medication. Moshay just didn't work. And you know the story, because I had to tell you. And so it just really did not work, guys. And he tried all kinds of things, going to the pharmacy, just trying everything. And so when I bought Mother of the Earth, I gave him a bottle, and he began to use that. I don't even know.
Love the story. I love the
It's
story.
like in a couple of days, he said, Mom, where did you get this from? I said, I have a friend. And I went through my whole story. He said, Mom, my skin has cleared up. It works. This stuff works. I need to get some more. Get me some more. And so I got to tell y'all, it works. I mean, my son he is committed to it because that is the only thing that has worked on his extreme. And guys, when I tell you it was bad, we didn't know Moshay, we didn't know, you know, so we didn't know where it came from. It was all on his hands, it was all over, and he had it for several weeks. And when he tried Mother of Earth and he began within a couple days, it went away. He is so committed. He uses it all of the time. Here is story number 2. So y'all know I did my retreat in Italy, and I took my little bottle of Mother of the Earth and let y'all see it. And this is an empty bottle because I use it. You know, I use it. Y'all see it. I use it. So I took it to Italy and not thinking, I just always travel with it. And while in Italy, a lot of the participants, they were getting bitten by mosquitoes, and they had the bug spray, they had the off and all those things. Guess who was the only person that was not getting bitten by mosquitoes? Me, y'all. Me. Why? I listen, every time I talk about it, I tell the people, I say, well, I've been using Mother of the Earth. And so I'm not getting bitten because I'm rubbing it on my skin every day. When I come out of the shower, this is what I use. And what's really important is that, especially if you're in 4 seasons in the winter, Ashley said, I need this product ASAP. Yes, you do. You need it for yourself. You need it for your children. If you're struggling with eczema, anything like that, you need this product. So enough said about that. I just want to introduce you to Moshay. I'm going to have Moshay introduce herself. And all y'all, if you see me looking down, I'm looking on Facebook and I'm looking because I've got my questions I want to ask Moshay. Why? Because I want to get it out to where this product again is second to none. And can I tell y'all, when she's finished, it is not expensive at all. So I don't want you to always probably no. It is not. It's probably cheaper than a lot of stuff you get in the store, in the pharmacy, and other places, the department stores, and they don't even work as good as this. Okay. So everyone, this is my friend Moshay. Let's welcome her. Heart her up on Facebook. Come on, heart her up, and let's say hi to her, right?
Hey.
And Moshay, go ahead and take it. And when you're finished reintroducing yourself,
Okay.
right, to everyone, I just have a couple questions I want to ask you.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, John. I see you. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Julietta from Delaware. Oh, you needed this cold in Delaware. Hi, Victoria.
Yeah.
I am super excited to be here with my friend Esther. That testimony, both of them give me goosebumps every time because you know how you get into something and you do something and you put your heart into it, and then you're still on the fence about, oh my God, I hope everybody loves it like I do. I hope they have the same experience. So when I hear it, it solidifies the commitment that I put into it, and it's doing what it's supposed to do, and it's making people happy. So I'm Moshay. Full name is Moshay Tanola Akala. And interesting fact about my name is that it means honor will come with patience. So it took me a while to develop this product. It started actually with my own daughter who had eczema and used to get teased in middle school. And I was determined to find something that worked. And I came up with Back to Eden. I don't know if anybody knows that book. It's a book of herbs. It's called Back to Eden and Home Remedies. And so I started there, and I created this shea butter and just added a couple of essential oils in it, and it started disappearing. It boosts her self-esteem, and it was all good. But what you don't know is it also helped me when I was going through diagnosis PTSD, because I had been diagnosed with the lupus. And I call it the lupus because I never owned it. It wasn't mine. It was a comma in my life, and I recognized it that after a while. And all the oils came together for a purpose. I had the eczema and skin healing oils. Then I had the inflammation oils to help me combat the lupus. And then I had the anxiety oils for when I was feeling blue or sad or hiding in my cave. All this is a combination in this little jar. Yeah. Along with the goodness of Mother Nature, her shea butter, which you have to crack the seed open, you got to get the shea butter out, you got to beat it, you got to pound it, and then I take it another step and I whip it, and I add love and prayer and goodness and good intention. And then I jar it up in this jar. And then I present it to you. And so now I'm at a point where I feel like it's time for more people to know about it.
Oh, definitely.
It's
Yeah.
people just had, there's so many people that need it. There's so many people that already love it. And I was just like, Esther was like, well, come on my show. I'll interview you. And I was like, oh my God, thank God for good-hearted people that love me and love my product. So here I am. That's the journey. That's how all this goodness got in that jar, and it has to get to you one way or another.
Yeah, it does. And can I just add? So my grandloves also have eczema and they use it. I mean, with the mosquito bites during the summer, all of that. And so when I tell you it works, Jonathan Olivo said he uses it as well. And hey, Jonathan, please say hi to your beautiful wife for me.
Yes.
My husband said I had it, but I didn't share it with him. I did not share it with him, Moshay. Because I have about should have brought his own.
Your daughter said the same thing. Your daughter-in-law said the same thing.
Yeah. It's like she didn't share with me. She said I still have. Listen, they were upset because everybody was talking about them. But I said I don't have any mosquito bites. Well, why don't you? Then I said, oh, I got Mother Earth. I'm using.
I'm good. You covered. You know how we say we covered. You covered.
Exactly. I'm covered. And as a matter of fact, I even told them I called it. I got Moshay butter. Okay.
So I love it because it does. It has a little touch of citronella in it, and that was also born from me going back and forth to the Bahamas with Lisa. And and I was like, I can remedy this because what you have to understand is I replaced this with some of the medications I was taking for inflammation and some of the medications that they were giving. And I'm not a doctor. This was my intuition. This was my spirit talking to me. And so I went back to earth to get the natural way to heal myself. And so a lot of this is it is a healing blend. It's goodness in the jar. Thank you, Anika. And so I added just 1 or 2 drops of citronella, not knowing that it would isolate Esther because she had the goody goods and wasn't sharing.
It. I did not shared it. So what's wonderful with the journey is how you got to where you are right now. So my first question for you is, what do most people, most of us, don't know about dry skin?
So what you may not know about dry skin, and this is not medical enhanced. This is, I'm not a doctor. I'm only qualified through my own experience and my own life and things that I have learned through my journey. So let me preface that first. But what you don't know is the health of your skin affects the health of your spirit. It affects your mental health. It affects your physical health. It affects your self-esteem. It affects how you feel about yourself. If you're dry and itchy, what else can you concentrate on?
Yeah.
You know, if you're looking in the mirror and you see like your son saw his eczema, he probably wore long sleeves all the time.
He did. He was
while he had the outbreak. Because people look at you funny and then you feel funny and then you go into your cave. Anybody else can relate to that? Have you ever had something show up in your life and you thought people were looking at you or staring at you and it was on your skin? It could have been a mosquito bite. It could have been a pimple that went bad. We've all had pimples that went bad. I did. And it was after adolescence. It was adult pimples sometimes. I don't get them anymore.
Yeah.
But and so that's what you don't know. You don't know. And if you think about it, if you have an outbreak or if you have a sty or if you have a rash or you get a really bad sunburn, you don't feel so hot. You don't feel so hot internally, mentally, physically. You kind of just want to be in your cave and just want to wait till it goes away, but you don't have to. All you have to do is pay attention to what your body is telling you. Either you got too much sun, you ate too much sugar, you're not drinking enough water, you're not staying hydrated, and you're not moisturizing right after your shower because your skin dries up at the key point. Another key point is the best time to moisturize is as soon as you get out of the shower or bath.
Yeah.
As soon as you washed off, because every time we wash off the dead skin. We're ready because you shed skin every day. You don't see it, but you do. and you replace it with a layer of goodness and moisturizer so that what the new skin comes up softer. And I'm proud to say I'm 56 years old, and I
And
know it got something to do with this. I
yeah.
know it does.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you put it on too, when you come out of the shower, because that's what I do. I mean, it just glides on and it feels just so good. And it also has a good smell because people might think, well, it has citron, but you're not walking around. So it has a good smell
Yes.
and it's very, and it's just good. It feels good on your skin. So, how long? So, many of us, I know, like, especially if you're on the East Coast or wherever you are in the world and it's winter, we suffer from dry skin, right?
Yeah.
And so, what's the long-term effect on dry skin? You may have mentioned it in what you were just saying, but can you just kind of break that
Yeah, I
down?
did. I mentioned a little bit of it, but one of them is wrinkles.
Yeah.
One of them are wrinkles that that you can't smooth out. I mean, a lot of people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get them pulled back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but one of the most common long-term effects is wrinkles and also scarring because you're scratching. So if you notice, if you have a rash and you scratch, you have a dark patch if you
Yeah.
haven't taken care of it. Yes, you definitely get a jar. I see
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But
Yeah.
yeah, the dark patches that come from where you itch and the scarring and those things also affect our self-esteem. They
Yeah.
affect how we feel about each other. They affect how we show up. You
Yeah.
have to feel 100% inside and out to show up 100%. And how we get opportunity, how we get our blessings, all depend on how we're showing up. So your skincare regimen, whatever that may be, has to include a good moisturizer, and natural is best.
Yeah. So I'm glad you said natural is best. Can you talk to us? Tell us why is natural best? Why is that the best solution?
Well, it's in the name,
Yeah.
Mother of Earth. How we grew up with it. We grew up with grandparents pulling collards out the garden. We grew up with tomatoes coming off the vine. From farm to table is what they call it now. I knew from my grandmama's backyard to the big pot on the stove. That's
Yeah.
what I knew. How many of y'all know that part? So anything that comes from the earth is what we've put into it, and it's the most natural form of medicine. And so, in my journey with the lupus, one of the things that I used to research when I was developing both this and my own self care regimen, as far as diet and how I treated myself, was I have all these prescription bottles. And that included lotions and creams, because with the lupus, if you're familiar with autoimmune disease, you get a butterfly rash. And so I would always have this red, dry, butterfly shaped rash on my face. And so I went to look at the side effects of the medicines. And then I went to say, okay, how can I substitute this with something natural? Now, knowing that it's not a chemical and that it doesn't have the chemical base in it, then how can I get the long-term effect? I said, put it in something natural like shea butter and coconut oil and mango butter and almond oil. All that is a mixture in this jar, and then I can transfer it through my cells, through my skin on a daily basis, which was like taking medicine.
Yeah.
So I went to the natural form of the prescriptions, researched those herbs, essential oils, and butters.
Can you repeat?
Mother of Earth.
Repeat that again. Repeat that again so we can get it.
Yes, of
Repeat that
course.
again. That's
I
important.
went to the natural source of
Yes.
medicines. What
Yes.
are they in there grinding in the chemistry lab? What are they in there creating in the pharmaceutical world? Let me go back to the natural form of that.
Yeah.
Which were things like helichrysum, sweet basil leaf, peppermint oil, citronella for the buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the goodness. And if you look on the jar, that's what's in here. That's all the goodness is in here. We have almond oil, coconut oil, we have lavender to calm your spirit. So I went to those natural effects, ditched those medicine jars. I ditched them. Like I've been off, and like I said, I don't recommend this. This is my journey.
Yes.
I've been off my meds for 9 months. And I went back to the doctor, and he looks at my lab, and I had a vision about this, and I'll share something very personal with you. When I was intentional in both creating my shea butter and tending to my health.
When you were intentional.
Intentional.
Yes.
Please, intentional
Yes.
without the quotes, big bold letters. Intentional.
Yes.
I was diagnosed with the lupus. I started a long time back. It wasn't my lupus, because I did go through a 4-year depression dealing with the diagnosis. I was at the height of my financial career, and it pulled everything from up under me. I couldn't provide for my family. I was on disability. I was in bed. I couldn't move. It turned my world upside down. I didn't know why. Me and God had the why conversation every day in the shower, in the corner when I cried. My shower tear time. That's what it was. Why me? What did I do? Why is this changing my life? When I was intentional about healing myself from the inside out, I knew I had to go to nature. I knew that it had to be my mindset that changed. And I knew that it had to be something that I loved and that I would use every day. So with that intentionality, I applied it in my life, both in the medicine that I took, the food that I ate. Intentional. Yes, type intentional in chat. Everything that I did, the attitude, and it happened to be around the time when Mary J. Blige came out with her song, No More Drama.
Yeah.
And you know, most diseases are attached to stress. Most diseases, discomforts, diagnoses are attached to stress and drama. So my new mantra became no more drama. Not doing no more drama. Didn't accept it. If it was a problem I couldn't solve, then I would give it to God. I was done with it. I got out the way of it. When my kids fought over a crayon, one of my grandkids, they were fighting over a crayon one time, and they were getting loud. And my granddaughter said, you know, I don't do no drama. We better be quiet. So it went from the grandchildren all the way up into how I live my life in corporate America. No more drama. I released the stress. That is all in the intention. It applied 360 degrees in my life. I haven't been on medicines for 9 months.
Wow. Wow.
And so the vision that I had was that I was going to go to the doctor. And you know how they pull up your chart? Yeah. They say, what's your birth date? What's your name? They put it all in. And he did all that. And then he was like, I'm sorry, I think I have the wrong chart. What's your birthday again? And he did it again. He put it in. He goes, okay, wait a minute. And he stepped out. Why did I go to the doctor about 1.5 years? No, actually, it's been longer. It's been about 3 years. And he did exactly that. He pulled up my chart and he was like, what's your birthday? See, God to give you visions. He gives you when you set your attention and your mindset, and it's in alignment with him.
Yeah.
It will manifest.
So important.
It will manifest.
Yes.
And he did that. And I knew when he did it, I don't know if you guys ever got excited, like in church, or got excited about something, you get butterflies, and then your throat feels funny. And when he asked, what's your birthday again? I got that feeling again, like, oh my God, this was my vision. And I told him my birthday. He goes, I don't see the lupus markers anymore. I don't see them anymore. And he goes, wait a minute, there must be a mistake, because I'm diagnosed since 2004. This had to be 2018.
That's good.
He's like, I don't see them anymore. So they gave it something else, a new name, connective tissue disorder, but the lupus was gone just as it was in my vision. And it's because I was intentional. So when you're intentional about your self-care, which leads to self-love, which leads to good things and good blessings, and you being in alignment with your purpose, there's no better deal than what you can get in a jar to start that. You smell the aromas. The peppermint oil in here opens up the pores to your skin to when the wind blows, you feel cool. If you didn't know, my women in their 50s, peppermint oil behind your ears will help you with them hot flashes, because they open up the pores and you're your own personal air conditioner. Peppermint oil is in Moshay butter. Yeah. Just a little something right there.
Yeah. It has, it's just so good. It is so good. And when I tell you with everything, this is a product that, listen, you don't have to get it, but if I were you, I get it. So tell us a little bit, why Mother of Earth, and then share with us the cost and how can they get it? Because
Of
everyone,
course.
they're loving you up in here. They're saying
Yes.
information is power. I need a jar. Please let me know. I need it. My son needs it. Yes,
Yes.
please. How can I get it? So
Yes.
we want to make
Okay.
sure that they get the information.
So I've already told you a little bit about what's in this little 4-ounce jar, and there are ingredients on the side of it, but on the intentional side, every time I get ready to whip up a batch,
Yeah.
I go back. Sorry,
Let's go. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
but I go back to how I felt when I was diagnosed, and I didn't feel like I had any answers because nobody in my family ever had this. I didn't know what it was about. When I broke down in the doctor's office, he literally said, "Well, at least it's not cancer." So there was no compassion there. So everything that I learned from the research, and because I knew that I had a purpose, and I wasn't ready to go. You can't tell me I have something terminal and there's nothing that I can do.
Yeah.
And I'm just that kind of person where I go in, and this was to heal myself inside out. And it included not just a medical healing or a physical healing, but it healed me spiritually. It healed me to fulfill the purpose that God put on my life,
Yeah.
because I promised him, I said, you get me through this. You get me through this, and I will fulfill my purpose here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so every time I get ready to make a batch of Moshay butter, the first thing I do is pray.
Yeah.
And I pray that the people that were bold enough to take a chance on me and investing in my business. I don't call it a small business, even though it's a startup, but it's not a small business because God got plans for me. And if they take the chance on me and they hear a testimony, and if it resonates with them, and if they find that they fit in there somewhere, that let it heal them. Let it provide a miracle in their life. Let it continue to do what it has already done for me. And every ingredient that I choose and every ingredient that comes to me to put in it, it's because somebody out there needs it. Somebody out there needs the lavender to just get a whiff of if they pick their hand up from their desk and remember that they put on Moshay butter, and that lavender just calms your spirit and reduces the anxiety. Somebody needs that peppermint for that hot flash, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody needs a sweet basil as an antiseptic on their skin if they get a cut. So if you get a cut or a burn and you got this near, this has everything you need so it doesn't scar. Somebody needs the helichrysum in there that keeps you that youthful look, that tightens up your skin naturally.
Yeah.
So there's intention in this bottle, and the intention is for it to be global, and for you to tell a friend, and for a friend to tell a friend, not for my monetary gain.
Yeah.
You know, it's not priced for that. This is priced with intention so that you get what you need out of it. So when you look in the mirror and you had eczema on and you see it clearing up and you see the scar going away, that you pull your shoulders back just a little bit more, that you take risks that maybe you wouldn't have took before, that you wear your halter top, that you wear your sleeveless tops, that you wear your shorts, and that you feel good about yourself. So that's why Mother of Earth. And I know that there's thousands of products, thousands, because that was some of my self-negative talk when I was developing. Like, nobody want my product. There's so much out there to choose for, but they don't have my intention.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
They don't have what I wish for you in
Yeah.
that jar.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
the difference.
Yeah. You feel the difference too, honestly, and I didn't even know the part to where, but it's so not surprising because I know you, that you pray before you make every, jar, that you pray that the people it will touch, it would heal, there would be miracles, there would be so many different things. That is the difference. That is what makes it so successful. The other pieces, I love when you said that you told God, if you bring me out of this, I'm going to fulfill the purpose. And so here it is, something negative comes out, something beautiful and so great. That's not just for you, Moshay. This is why it has to get out, but it's for the world to experience it. It's
Yes.
for the world, and so, I don't know about anybody else on here, but I know I spend a lot of products on my skin, you know what I mean? And there's several things I've spent that they don't work, or they don't work as well, or once you put them on, your skin has sucked it all up, or
Yes.
all of these things happen. But when I use Mo butter, we call it Mo butter, right? Mother
I
of
love it. I love it.
M.O.E. butter. It just absolutely work. And I keep enough here, not just for me, that even that when my grandloves come and they spend the night, when after I give them a shower, give them a bath, they don't even have to bring any on. I'm like, okay, come on, let's get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And it's wiped on them, and it's just great. And so therefore, then, I mean, another story, then when I put it on my eldest grandson, then he's not scratching. Does that
Yeah.
make sense, y'all? And so it
Yes.
works so much better than some of the products, again, the prescription stuff, so much better. And
And
so,
you made a good point with the grand loves,
yeah,
because I noticed with my with particularly my granddaughter, she had eczema as well, and in middle school it's really tough on her because it was where it could be seen and you couldn't
yeah,
hide it. But she didn't always had it. She had it because she was feeling some kind of way at school.
yeah,
She was feeling isolated. She didn't feel like she fit in. So literally her anxiety created the skin condition,
yeah,
right? And
yeah,
so when her grandma, and they call me EI, when EI shows up and go, I got it's like the placebo effect.
yeah,
It,
yeah,
it could have been water. It could have been something that didn't have all the goodness in the jar. But
mhm,
because I cared for her and I saw her and I loved on her, and then I was like, this is how, because we have a ritual. I don't know if you have a ritual with
I do.
yours, but
Yeah,
when I get out the shower, and literally, this was part of the creation when I actually started selling it to the public, because for so long it was just for family.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and it was going out in Tupperware bowls and Rubbermaid bowls, and like I
whatever.
didn't have a jar. It was whatever I had.
Yeah,
So literally, my ritual is I start with my feet.
yeah,
And I thank God for where He has taken me and the lessons that He has shown me and the experiences that I have. That's the
mhm,
bottom. Then
yeah,
I do the top of my feet, and I said, for wherever you take me, I'm ready. And then I move up, and I take Him for the limbs that allow me to move the way that I move, and that they're still functionable. And
yeah,
then I move up, and every piece and part of my body I bless. It
yeah,
takes 2 minutes.
yeah,
2 minutes. And if you look on a jar, it says take time to love yourself.
yeah.
That's what that means.
That's what that
When
means.
do we take, when do we intentionally take 2 to 3 minutes out of the day to just hug ourselves and love on us? Just
Yeah,
do that while lathering in Moshay butter, and
yeah,
you're putting goodness in your skin that over time benefits you, not deteriorates you.
yes, yeah, yeah,
It's goodness. So I go all the way up to my head, and then I do my face, and I'm gonna take my glasses, I'm gonna literally do it. I do my face, and I do my head, and I go behind my ears, and I said, bless my head where our connection is,
yeah,
where you show me, where you talk to me, where you lead me. Bless and guide me this day so that it's a good day.
yeah, yeah.
By then, it's like at 3 minutes, and don't nobody love you like you.
That's right. Don't
And
nobody
can't
love you
nobody touch me for the rest of the day.
outside of
The
God.
haters can hate, they can cross-eye me, they can roll their eyes, they can do their neck. I don't feel nothing because I started off loving me
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first thing in the morning.
Yeah, amen. That's so good, so good. So let me tell you, it's blowing up in chat,
I
and
see
and
y'all.
and y'all just love her up, love her up, love her. Everybody's asking, how can I order? How can I get it? So Moshay, tell them how you can order and give them the website. Oh, thank you so much. Joy already put it in there.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
sissy. That's
you,
my
Joy.
girl right
Thank
there.
you, thank you,
That's
thank
my
you.
girl.
And
So
so,
it's online. It's at modistribution.com. And we have where you can buy one jar, or you can subscribe and have it show up every month at the same time.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. So you have the opportunity to choose. You want to try it out. And when you fall in love with it, which I know you will, and
yeah.
it's holiday season. And like I told my grandson, he got out the shower and forgot to put some on, and you could have started a fire with his knees. And I was like, you can't do that. I'm the creator of Moshay Butter. Go in there and get a jar.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, so it's that season to put it in with a gift, add it to a gift basket, do it for
yeah, yeah,
birthdays, subscribe them for a year for your birthday. This is what I gave you. Now, some people may look at you and go, "Are you trying to tell me something? You've been looking at my elbows. Are you trying to say something?" Say, "No, I just love you and I want you to love yourself."
Yeah. Well, it's encouraging for me because I'll be honest with you. I've bought several jars, but I've kept them all for me outside, outside, outside of sharing it with my grand loves. And then, when I took it over, the last set I bought, and I told my son, I said, "Well, these are for the kids," and he's like, "Oh no, I got to get some too." So it's
Right.
like,
Didn't you try and give him my website? You were like,
yeah,
go order
yeah.
you.
I gave him the website, and he did order. He said he did order. I was like, "Go on the web, get your own," you know. But yeah, so you guys have the information, moshaydistribution.com. You could get I'm telling you, once you get your first bottle, you're going to want it again. And then, of course, you can get it several times. And it's not expensive. Moshay, how much is it?
It's $15.99 a jar.
So,
And you don't need that much. It doesn't have water in it, so
no,
it doesn't completely disappear. It's very concentrated. You need like a thumbprint size, and like I do a dollop in my hand, and I do my whole body.
yeah.
So it will last you. And some people just love the smell of it. So they go overboard sometime because they want to smell it all day.
Yeah.
But and for those that you are here, Esther, if I can, on your Facebook page, I'll put a little surprise coupon there for everybody that here that orders.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
only those on your Facebook page will have the coupon. So
Okay.
I'll do
Good.
a little something like that. You guys want that? That sound good for
Yeah,
you?
that sounds good, everybody. That sounds good. So the question is it safe enough for toddlers?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's safe enough for toddlers head to toe. And if you look at the jar and you see something in there that they may or may not be sensitive to, you can DM me and I will whip up a custom butter for you. Like I have someone that says, "Okay, mosquito season is over. I don't want citronella in mine." Fine. I'll take the citronella out. One of our partners on campus, M.O.E and Chantel, they live where do they live, guys? They live in the island somewhere. What I just
They live
forgot.
in Trinidad and Tobago.
They live in Trinidad and Tobago. So
Yeah.
way back when, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, before I added the citronella, their baby used to eat it. And they called me in a panic. "Oh my God, Moshay, our baby, she ate it." And I was like, "Oh, it's fine. There's nothing but goodness in there. There's nothing in that jar," because that was before citronella. It had all natural stuff. And they were like, "Well, we have to put it up high because if she reaches, she's sticking her finger in it, eating it like it's ice cream." I was like, "No, she's fine. It's all natural. And you can use it on your hair. You can use it on your scalp. If you have dry scalp right after washing it, and that's when you'll most feel the peppermint oil because it literally opens up your pores. And it's just medicinal all the way through, and it's full of love. If you know me, you know my heart. And so it's
Yeah.
full of my heart.
It's definitely full of love. It's
Yeah.
definitely full of
So
love.
definitely I will add the coupon. It's always super, super amazing and revigorating to visit your why.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Because I remember asking questions, not knowing if I would be able to fulfill my purpose with this diagnosis. Like you don't get told that you're terminal something and there's no cure. And to come this far and then be reminded of why, I could only be grateful. I can only be grateful for the good, the bad, the ugly, the present, the now, the future.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the gratitude that brings it back. It's the gratitude that when it wasn't public and people weren't telling me their testimony, and I still get surprised every time.
Yeah.
But thank you, Esther, for
Mm.
taking me back to my why and allowing me to tell my story and allowing me to share with your tribe.
Yeah.
And let's just go on the ride together and see what happens.
Yeah, I tell you, it's an honor, and so just to have you on because your story is powerful. I've always loved your story, and then I've always loved the butter, even more than for what it's did for me. But when I saw my son and then my grand loves, it's like, oh my gosh, this is something here. I love the story, and can I just speak into you that I do see this going so much further. That this right here is a product that everybody needs. And so wherever I can support. Let's support. Let's get the word out, people. Let's love her out. I see this, as you said, going worldwide. The vision that you have for this is not to keep it to yourself. So I'm so glad that now you're sharing it and it's going out and the world is getting to it, because as we get it, we're going to share it with others. And I just believe that God's hands is on you.
Thank you.
God's hands is on the product, and just as you pray over all of it, every skin that it touched, there will be miracles. There will be. And
Yes.
so, listen, in every area, you don't want to waste. And can I tell y'all, she doesn't take long to get it to you, right? But remember that she makes each one, they are custom made, they are prayed over. All right. This is not Amazon. You're not going to get it in 2 days. I just want to say
I don't
that.
have Mo Prime yet. I don't have Mo Prime yet.
Have it on Prime. Not yet. Not yet.
You see that?
Not
I don't
yet.
have it yet.
Yet, not yet. But what I'm saying is that it does not take her long to get it. And when it comes, it is so good, right?
Yes.
That you're going to be like, yes. So order yours today. Go to Moshay. It's up here, MoshayDistribution.com. Moshay, when you can post a coupon or you can send it to me.
Yep,
And
I'm gonna do it right after we get
all
off
of
this
it.
call, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna send it to you so you can post it, so you can make your orders. And I'm
Yeah.
ready because I was on vacation last week, so I made a big batch. And also, I want to give Esther kudos because she's my first interview. She stepped up and said, "Sis, I got you. I got you." And then you were under the weather and I was on vacation and you were like, "But no, we're doing it next week." And I was like, okay. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your platforms
My
and being the
pleasure.
first to step up and support a sister. And I want to get to a point till we both say, "I remember when."
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Well, I'm excited. It's going to be posted on all of the platforms. The coupon will be. Make sure you get it. There will be a time where we do say, "I remember when." I remember when. Guys, this is life by design, right? This is God always has a life for us by design. My goal is always to bring us whole life, everything that's going to build us up, nothing that's going to tear us down. And so I
Yes.
appreciate you guys joining me. Go ahead and heart it up for Moshay. I want to profile her. Just
Big hugs. Big hugs. Remember to love yourself every day. Love yourself first, and the day will be golden.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful evening. I love you guys. I appreciate you. A real quick question. Does she have an Instagram page, IG? A
I
couple of people
do.
are asking that.
I
All right,
do.
go ahead. Let's put your Instagram page on there. Good idea. Thank you.
Thank
And
you. Yep, I'll add it with the coupon. I do have an Instagram. I'll add it with the coupon.
perfect. Okay, perfect.
Mwah. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I feel your
Love you
energy
guys.
and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Take care. God bless you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bye.